Hi, this is Ted Powers with Paragon Global Consulting. I'd like to spend a few minutes talking with you about recovered paper collection rates and how the way those rates are reported can sometimes be a little confusing or maybe even a little bit misleading. So let's start by taking a look at how most industry organizations will report collection rates. Here, we're looking at calculation for collection rates of OCC, old corrugated containers, in the United States as reported by AF&PA for 2017. The way AF&PA does the calculation is it looks at the amount of OCC that's collected and divides that by the amount of container board that's produced domestically, and this number is adjusted for net exports. So they divide OCC collected by the domestic container board available to get a collection rate of 88.8%, a very strong number. But what about all of the boxes that come into the United States via trade in, say, consumer goods, for instance? Well, the United States imports almost $1 trillion of consumer goods each year from other countries. And most of those consumer goods come into the United States in corrugated containers. And so all of those boxes that come into the United States and other countries wrapped around phones and TVs and tennis shoes and all sorts of household items are also now available for collection and really need to be added to the base, to the denominator in that equation that we just described. And it's not an insignificant amount. There's a lot of container board that comes to the United States via trade in these consumer goods. Now, no one really knows exactly how much it is because, frankly, no one's measuring it. And I'm not sure that there is a way that you could accurately measure it. So we've done our best to estimate what that number is. And as you can see, it's significant. We think it's around 14 million tons of additional container board that is available on top of the domestically produced container board. All of this is now available for collection in the United States. So if you do the math differently, we take the OCC that is collected and divide it by this total number, you see we get a much different collection rate because we've increased the size of the denominator in this equation. The collection rate is much lower. It's probably not 88 or 89% as reported by AF&PA. It's really closer to 68 or 69%. And it's not that AF&PA is wrong, it's just the way they're doing the calculation doesn't reflect the total amount of container board that is available for collection in the United States. Well, why is that important? Well, because it can have some pretty significant impacts on the pulp and paper industry. Now, we should first acknowledge that the United States and other developed economies are doing a pretty good job of collecting and recycling paper products, and those accomplishments should be acknowledged and certainly touted. But reporting collection rates that are much higher than actual could cause some industry observers to think that the world is reaching the limit of how much paper can be recovered. And if participants in the industry believe that recovered paper collections are close to their limit, well, that could cause lots of problems. Like, for instance, it could cause some undue pressure on prices because people fear that there's going to be a shortage. Or from a strategic standpoint, a company may adjust or alter some investment decision based on their perception of the future availability of an important raw material, for instance, OCC. So understanding and communicating the actual amount of paper and packaging that's still available for collection is really important for both market stability and for the overall health of the industry. Well, again, thanks for listening. If you'd like to talk about recovered paper or any other issues, feel free to reach out to us at Paragon Global Consulting. Thanks for your time.